Hello, everyone, and welcome to an Impossible Creatures replay commentary. It is your host, BChamp, and we're playing on Tellurian Public Beta 2.9.1.6. If you don't know what the Tellurian Public Beta is, it is where the Tell Team devs get to release a beta version of what they're thinking for the next iteration of Tellurian, and they put that out on the Steam Workshop. We're testing it. We've been in the beta mode for quite some time. But all of the Triples League games that we're going to see and that we have been doing have been on this beta. With me to go over some of the games is Skitter.
Yo, I am a relatively new player and first time casting as well. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's great to have you, Skitter. Skitter and you are on the Triples League team, right?
Yeah. You've seen me, I think, twice in the YouTube channel. I was on a deep freeze game, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty
I mean,
decent.
rising star of a player, Skitter.
Yeah.
He is relatively new to Impossible Creatures in terms of the online game. And joining the community, but he has picked up on it really, really fast, and it's great to have him. I know he took a bit of a break recently.
Yeah.
So the teams that we have here are the BlackTigerSerpents. Of course, that's Black Tiger 1, 3, and I guess for now Black Tiger 2, which is Guanlong. And then that's going to be against WhoAreThey. This is a new team that just joined the Triples League, and it's Weenie Hut Jr., Gray Guy, and Lush. So their first game is going to be on Viridis Ravine. And Skitter, what do you think of this new team? Who are they?
I think they're really powerful in my opinion. Weenie Hut is surprisingly easily carries games. He's just a monster in general. I've played him quite a few times, just as practice games, and I would rate him a solid pair. Like
Oh, yes,
really
absolutely.
solid.
I mean, uh, I am a pretty experienced player, and Weenie Hut just beat me in a 1v1 relatively easily just a few moments ago, just 2 games ago. So um, definitely he's really good. But what about Gray Guy and Lush, who are in the red and the blue over on the right side?
So I'm unfamiliar with Lush because I just haven't played much games with him. But Grey Guy, yeah, solid as well. I think this team is just solid in general,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be interesting to see what they pull out on this map.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so Gray Guy and Lush also American, and they are brothers actually. So we kind of have a brothers versus brothers thing going on with the Black Tigers themselves
Uh,
being brothers, and then
yeah, that's Battle of the Brothers.
yeah, Battle of the Brothers, two brothers. I don't know if anyone watches Attack on Titan, but there was
Yeah.
an episode recently titled Two Brothers, which is why I said that. And it's about
Yeah.
different brothers. So this is actually really interesting. So we're playing on Viridis Ravine, and how this
Ah,
map is
those.
set up is, all the players are together on either side, and then there's this top strip of land and the bottom strip of land where the majority of the resources are fighting for, and as well as middle. So there's all these little separate areas. But it's interesting.
As well as
Guanlong.
it's already pulling out the fence strats, and with these thin choke points everywhere and like throughout the entire map, they're pretty powerful. And it's a race to start like fencing.
Yeah, absolutely. Guanlong actually ended up fencing his own side in and not opting to take this middle section, which is going to be quite hurtful because he's going to lose Geyser and 6 coal piles out to Lush. This is going to be really nice for Lush. I would consider Lush, at least I used to consider him the weakest player on this right team, but he has had a few games recently where he's just swept the whole thing, won the overall, been really strong, and so I feel like if he has a lot of space and a lot of resources here, he's gonna do really, really well in this game.
Yeah,
Um,
that's interesting. Taking flyers first.
yeah, absolutely. With this in the Tellurian Public Beta, the level 2 flyer meta is really strong, and flyers on this map are great because they can easily change and switch targets between the islands. And if you don't have flyers, it's going to be very hard to help out your allies. So it
So
looks
let's
like,
just take a look at those flyers quickly. What are they exactly?
oh yeah, yeah.
They look like dragonfly.
Where are they? I can't even find them to select them. But I do I just do I need a pause? I need a
Probably.
oh, dragonfly naked mole rats.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah,
That's interesting. Barrier destroy and cheap.
yeah. So So very, very good. Black Tiger was able to get a little foothold here on this island, so it looks like, though, that he's the only one who was able to get some contested coal. Gray and Lush were able to really keep their coal piles pretty strong for the contested coal at least.
Yeah.
Black
Oh,
Tiger
we got
3
some
starting a little bit of attack on the fence here.
interesting enough, they don't have barrier destroy. They're just going right through that fence.
Yeah, just overpopulation only, but it's going to be enough. And Gray is actually building anti-air towers. And this is the amazing thing about bringing level 2 flyers. Anti-air towers are not cheap. And
Yes.
forcing your opponents to build them with, when you have such cheap units that don't cost very much is a really, really nice way to get into some mind games and also get your opponents to lose resources. Guanlong helping attack through mid here with these Bolus Spider Zebras. So really interesting. Bolus Spider tail adds extra health, which is nice, extra bulk. 0 elect units, but they're not going to do well against this range. Pack Hunter range is very meta at level 2, and Eel Hyenas
especially eels. Yeah.
Yeah, Eel Hyenas are really good. These swimmer version is going to be nice because they can attack through the water and attack the base.
So mentioned those towers. You can afford to get normal sonic towers instead of air defense towers, and that's paying off.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing about
the difference that they just opened up with.
Yeah, and look at this. Just a couple of flyers are actually right now denying Gray Guy of this expo. I guess he just got taken out. Yeah. And Black Tiger 3 pushed in and took over with the Lemmings this top base, which is really, really nice. Good choice building sound beam towers. That's something that the right team should have done instead of building these anti-air, because sound beam towers do apply damage to weak flyers, and a sound beam tower is plenty to kill some of those weak dragonflies.
So I noticed that one team hasn't even taken the coal pile in the back of the main base.
Oh yeah, that's actually huge. So yeah, Weenie hasn't fully expanded into his own base. He hasn't taken this geyser up here, although he does have a landing pad. On the other hand, Black Tiger 3 has both the Expo and this geyser, which is going to be pretty strong. Interesting that the middle player is actually going for the top side here. Black Tiger 3 is going for the top side rather than the middle strip of land.
Yeah, true. And bottom? How's bottom looking?
Bottom looks like it's content for just Lush to mine resources and take them. He's doing a great job
Uncontested.
expanding into this. Yeah. He and Guanlong are not really fighting for this at all. This fence is going to stay put and keep them separated until they have flyers. So I think most of the action is going to be taking place up here, and I'm kind of waiting for Lush to... I guess he's already started building a water chamber here. What did you say, Skitter?
It's going level 4 as well.
Oh, yes. Going level 4, so maybe he's just
all
taking
those resources.
Level 5. Yeah, he has so many resources. But I'm not sure this level 4 is going to be good enough if Black Tiger's taking
it's going to be a bit late as well.
Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that's coming towards their base, and his other two allies are not doing well resource-wise. Oh, wow, I did not see this coming down the backside. Lush has these water chambers back here.
Sneaky chambers.
Yeah, built quite the force, and this is going to help take out Guanlong and secure the rest of the bottom strip of land for him. Yeah, I think that's a really good play by Lush, and I think the other play that he could have gone for is gone straight into lab, because generally on this map, the lab area is pretty not well defended.
True.
So here, there's a little skirmish going on. Guanlong with these pistol shrimp sharks that are just meat shields. Huge meat shields. They're not using the pistol shrimp range. They're just hanging out with a lot of health. 826 health at level 3 is absolutely nuts.
That is quite a lot.
Yeah, absolutely nuts meat shields. And they're soaking up damage really, really well. Especially they're immune, and I know it looks like Gray has these poison units out, so it's nice to have that immunity. Good play by Guanlong bringing the meat. And Lush is now coming into base. Guanlong did realize that it was coming, because of course his expos got taken out, and so he's starting to build. Hopefully he's sounding the alarm for his allies.
Yeah.
Oh, Guanlong
See
actually
some
destroying. He blew up some of his buildings for resources. That's not good.
that isn't. I just realized it doesn't have any expos anymore.
No, and he's getting attacked at base. Black Tigers are not responding. So I don't know if they noticed quite yet that Lush is coming in with a pretty sizable army, and the level 4s are on the way. But they are, the Black Tigers and Guanlong are actually coming into the enemy base here on the right. So Lush is now battling on both fronts.
And Lush turned this around for his team, is the question.
Yeah, this is a Lush versus everyone game right now. And because Gray's in an extremely tough position. Weenie doesn't really have anything. He has his back expo, but he's still at level 3. But Lush is actually doing a great job in base. Not taking out henchmen, though. He's taking out structures. I do like taking out the guy. Oh, come on! Okay, there we go. Good thing he left one on it.
Almost.
Yeah, that almost scared me. That was a good play, though, by Lush. And taking out the henchman next is going to be the next big move. Guanlong lost his geyser. Oh, ouch. And Black Tiger needs to build. Black Tiger 3 needs to build at home.
Pretty effective so far, but is it enough?
Yeah. This isn't going to kill the left team. You can look at the mini-map. It's not going to kill them. But so it looks like this is actually going to end up in a stalemate. Black Tiger does have a few things going on over here, but it's going to get taken out. So this attack's not going to work. Yeah, so this is just consolidating now.
They've up.
Trying to save his team. It's going to work. Black Tiger's not going to be able to push in, I don't think, on this side right now, especially with Lush coming around the back. I do love these hippos. I think Moto Komodo likes you.
They are pretty good.
Yeah, you get charge attack and the poison touch on a melee unit is really nice. Guanlong coming back around, trickling in units to the bottom side here. I don't know if this is going to do much, especially some of these are meat that do 4 damage upgraded.
I don't know why I even bothered to upgrade it.
Yeah, and it looks like now the position is just consolidating, but this is going to be really good for the left team because they have more resources in the end. And so Lush, the resources that he has aren't going to keep up, and we do have Black Tiger 1 coming in with a little raid here, starting to slowly take out what Lush has.
Even further, pushing it into their advantage.
Yeah, I didn't see these chambers get built in the back here, but this is going to be really, really strong now that
on the mini-map there's top left, there's either a hench or a chamber.
Here? Where?
For there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, just a scout. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Gray Guy trying to take back this side a little bit, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. Black Tiger just has a lot here, and especially when getting up to the high ground, it's going to be really, really difficult for a Gray Guy to take this back. I think this is going to be a Tiger game. What do you think Lush needs to do here in order to win this back?
Going to be quite a tall order to pull this back. I think it's game.
Yeah, I think he just neglected this attack down here. And he's not going to be able to... Is he attacking? Oh, Black Tiger accidentally attacking his own structures. I've done that before. But he did neglect this area down here and was able to get the jump attack on him and take out a lot of his expos and a lot of his resources. Lush does not have the advantage that he used to. And coming into the lab now for a second attack is a bold move because he knows there are a bunch of chambers here that the Black Tigers
as well as the towers and all that jazz.
Yeah, your first attack really has to be critical, but going for the second attack, you need a lot more units because you know there's going to be a lot more defenses there. So is anyone looking at level 5? Has anyone hit level 5 yet?
I don't think so.
Alright.
Everyone's pumping out those hench.
We need almost level 4. Yeah, everyone's just trying to pump out hench. Lush is going to try... Oh my gosh, his attack is still going on. He still hasn't been able to take him down. And trickling in units isn't going to work very well because these have regen, so just doing the trickle damage isn't going to help. Oh no. He was able to take out
probably put a rally point further away.
Yeah, that would be a
Like
better move. Especially
kite them away.
reinforcements are coming. This is not looking good for Lush's Expo. I still love these meat sharks.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Pretty unique. I
Yeah.
don't see much meat shields like that anymore.
No,
Or in my
meat is
game.
actually I think pretty good. But it is not very commonly used because I think it's just not as fun for people to make those types of combos. They're like, oh, I want something that does a lot of damage. But I think meat is
Yeah.
actually pretty good. As someone who hasn't used meat in really quite some time.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm
yeah.
not one to talk. Yeah, I mean, Gray Guy now has
Yeah,
the lab defense on.
Black Tiger's been just generally carrying this game, I think. Opening with those air units and then also the macro. It was a really solid game from Black Tiger.
Yeah, I would say that the inexperience of the right team on this map, so I actually helped them warm up for this game, and they played on this map, and they said it was the first time that they had. And the Black Tigers have a lot of experience. Gualong has a lot of experience on this map, and so their strategy
Mm,
was pretty awesome. I guess recapping, they intentionally sacrificed this bottom island and went all in for middle, where with a double in middle, and then on the top island. And so that just guarantees them 2 out of the 3 in terms of resources. And as long as
yeah, yeah.
they play a clean game, play their defenses well, don't fall for any cheap tricks, then resources macro are going to win out, right? And so they just had to make sure that they won the top side, the 1v1, Black Tiger 3 versus Gray. But they had the advantage, right? Because Gray down here didn't have this extra rear expo, where it was actually Black Tiger
Yeah.
3, the mid player, had the geyser, had the rear expo, had the top expo here.
Very solid planning from this team.
Yeah, absolutely. They really helped them get a good advantage on the 1v1, even against a strong player like Gray. And then they were able to double in mid to ensure that victory as well. So really, really nice pre-planning that was done by the team. Good strategy. And that's hard to defend against. I mean, if you're the bottom team, you're gonna need to come up with something equally as good. They just kind of they splits 1-1 and
Yeah,
1.
they did not pull any punches against the underdogs here.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's see what level 5s
Oh,
we
we
have
got
here.
some. Yeah, those are some nice squids there.
Yeah, Hercules Beetle. This is the giant squid, so this is the range version
Yeah,
that's available in Tellurian.
I actually use that as my own army.
Oh yeah, I mean deflect is awesome,
Yeah,
and hovering range. It has a lot of really great benefits. Although it is
pretty
relatively
expensive.
expensive, yeah.
Yeah,
But honestly, level 5s, I feel like you can afford almost anything at level 5.
yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a great game. Really great strategy put off by the Black Tigers. There goes Labs. So
A good defense as well.
yeah, amazing. So let's get into this next game. So this was a best of 5 series, by the way. So we have a few games to get through, and next was played on Deep Freeze. So
A lovely
Deep
map.
Freeze, this is going to be a Who Are They pick because they lost, and so they're going to be picking this as their counter pick. And what is the strategy going into this game, do you think?
There's no telling what evil plans our enemies have afoot.
I think they're gonna either double mid or focus on the islands. I feel like that's the 2 options that everybody goes for. Nothing too crazy, like maybe hover over the mountains or whatever. I think double mid or islands. It's my bet.
Yeah, I could see that. I think I'd be interested if the Black Tigers picked up or if they're going to do the same strategy where they take the mid player that has more resources, go for an island, where the other 2 players will actually go for middle. And that would be a,
Yeah.
very, very similar strategy. Could work. And not 100% sure. I mean, it's very easy for us as the omniscient observers who are seeing everything.
Yes.
But, I don't
Caster's
know if...
paradise, as they call it.
Yes, absolutely. So I don't know if they picked up on it. Here, Guanlong did go to the island really, really early on bottom, but he does not have enough henchmen, so he's going to lose out against Lush.
Yeah.
So good move by Lush, sending 3 henchmen. It's definitely going to pay off. Guanlong
Yeah, a lot of
attacking instead of
people,
retreating.
try to go with one hench like as soon as possible, but it can really backfire.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, with a single hench, you're going to just try to get there as early as possible, but when you wait, gather up some hench, get some more, then it's going to be... Is this guy going to... Oh, I thought he was going to sneak
Steal a
across.
geyser. Yeah.
I thought he was going to sneak over. Yeah, but going with more hench means you're going to win the hench fight when it happens. So this guy's just a scout. It looks like he's looking for sneaky chambers.
Mm.
And it's interesting, we're seeing WhoAreThey actually go into middle. And on Deep Freeze, it's very easy to know who you're going to be matched up against when it comes to the spawns.
Yeah.
So he should know that he's going to be up against one of the Black Tigers. Black Tiger 1 really preparing for a hurricane here. Building fences all
Fortifying
around.
his base already. That's not something you see every game.
Oh, wow. And he's going to build flyers. We're going to see another flyer rush, it looks like. And he's rallying them over to the island.
Deflex flyers.
Yeah, stink bugs. Stink bug dragonflies. Only 2 damage. And oh, but they're getting combined with Black Tiger 3. It's a double flyer rush. Oh my gosh. And they're getting
We were
rallied
both
over
wrong.
here. Wow. But I mean, so WhoAreThey has a counter rush, but it's not going to be great because these are melee units. So these flyers can just go and take down and make a defense really fast. But we'll see if these scouts units see the air chamber, which they're going to momentarily, then they're going to be able to build defenses at home. Okay, scout unit has now seen the air chamber. They're going in potentially for an attack. Oh, but WhoAreThey isn't reacting fast enough, and here comes the raid.
Yeah.
The stink is going to come in, slowing down the henchmen quite a bit. Won't
Does
slow down
it
the
slow
build
down
time.
build speed?
No, it won't.
Okay.
Just movement speed only. So this is still going to be a really strong attack from these barrier destroy flyers. But oh, it looks like they're actually retreating it back at home a little bit, and we'll see.
So far, they've traded Expo for Expo, and
Yeah. WhoAreThey's in a pretty comfortable place at home, and it looks like Gray's going to come help out. He did get a workshop destroyed, but Black Tigers actually know this is open now, so we have 1 island on the right team, 1 island for the left team, and initiative with the left side because they have these Cheetah Scorps coming in here.
They're still not ranged though, so if these flyers got pulled back, could deal with the problem.
Yeah, they should be able to take them out relatively quickly, and we do have a lot of defenses over here to build sound beam towers, so the Cheetah Scorps are going to have a difficult time doing anything, especially now that the henchmen have retreated. But this is valuable mining time.
That is, yeah, I was going to comment on that. Also, that preemptive fence building is coming in handy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Definitely paying off. And it looks like Guanlong is seeing what's happening because his mining henchmen are here. Does he gonna do anything to respond? He doesn't really have any chambers. I guess his chambers are actually all the way up here. And his henchmen need to retreat, or else he's gonna lose a few of them. In this situation, I would like to actually retreat my henchmen into my units. That way, they just interact a little bit faster. But this is looking really good for the left team. We've taken mid on the left side, and we have this island. Very, very strong. Lush, again, is going to get the opportunity, hopefully, to expand and level up and try to help out his team as much as possible, but he hasn't taken this big expo behind him. And so I think that's going to be a major thing for him.
Unless he does it soon, it's going to not, like, kind of counteract his whole aggressive expansion.
Yeah, I mean, he has really expanded well in here, but that is something that I'd like to see him get into as well. And there's a huge force coming through mid right now. Black Tiger 3 just got to level 3. We'll see if he can take this on. This is going to be really difficult. This is what Gray likes to do. Gray loves to just mass a ton of level 2s and then attack. And it's very overwhelming. So he attacked it
is
exactly
a solid
the right
strategy,
time.
yeah.
Because he attacked right as Black Tiger 3 got to level 3. That's the exact perfect time because level 3s aren't out yet. And so, really, really awesome that he was able to maximize his level 2 force. But there's a lot of meat on the field. And so the meat is actually going to be...
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, they can take a lot of abuse from these. And this is actually, they're going to get cleaned up pretty fast, it looks like. The camouflage leap attack is going to be really, really good, Black Tiger. to get in close on ranged units. So these are walking sick lions, and yeah, very easily taken out. Good defense by Black Tiger and
But
Guanlong.
also the stealth makes sure that the range targets the tanks, and then they like leap in afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Very
then they
good
regenerate.
army planning right there.
Amazing. I mean, this is actually just complementary because the tanks were actually Guanlongs. Oh, and I love this long range bombardiers.
Ooh.
Hover onto the cliffs. This is a classic deep freeze strategy. Bombardier beetles hover onto the cliffs and take out any expos here. There is some friendly fire going on, but these
We won't talk about that.
Yeah, yeah,
They're gonna be fine.
yeah. We have very similar units actually over here by Gray. We have these tigers facing off against the lions. So 341 health. Lions have 271, but a little bit more damage. So just slightly differing units, basically do the exact same thing.
Seems like it.
Yeah, and a little more initiative coming over here by Gray. I like the raids. Really, really like the raids. It's gonna be hard to raid. These flyers are great against melee raiders. So
Yeah,
they're very, very cheap. And they can be used for raiding later on, so it's always nice to have a few of those at your base. But still, it's looking great for the left side. They have all of mid. They're collecting a ton of resources. They're teching up. They have these geysers here, which are going to be really good. Lush has just a ton of units and is starting to
also fortifying that island really well.
Oh yeah, fortified against flyers, which is amazing. He understands the flyer threats, and he's building a ton of level 3 units. Guanlong is going to be in trouble here soon.
I love how this is still being mined even when under fire.
Oh yeah, it's hard to stop, and these don't do a lot of damage, 4 damage ranged, but if you have enough henchmen here, it's worth it. Sometimes what I like to do is actually take some henchmen to the side and do hench heal on the ones that are mining.
Yeah. Counteract that poison.
Yeah. Oh, and here comes the march of all these units. We have Giant Pacific Octopus Tigers, 229 power. That's right at the power border, almost level 4s.
He's also got a nice ratio of range to melee units.
Yeah, I mean, he's got these guys who are pretty tanky, 381 with regen, relatively good defense. And then he has all these electric eel lionesses to come up behind. Pack Hunter, 12 damage. Pretty speedy, but there's just a ton of them. See, range distance 19 on here. Yeah, Guanlong can't do anything about this. These are nice units with the poison. Poison is very good. The enemy doesn't have immune, but Guanlong just doesn't have enough. He just can't out-resource this entire island. Lush is now taking this expo back here, which is really nice. Has the upgrade. Henchman Yoke upgrade. Yeah, Guanlong's basically finished down here.
Yeah, they're melting through that expo.
If Guanlong were to time a burst with, if you were to draw these Lioness units over and do a well-timed burst, it would take them all out. Yeah, the Lioness units would get one-shotted by a burst, I believe. Actually, definitely. But he was not able to draw the units over there. Oh, well, there's so many more coming in behind. Wow, Lush,
yeah.
So many units. Absolutely overwhelming the Black Tigers. And
yeah,
this was is now getting taken out too.
This was decidedly won by a macro.
There's the burst. That was a really good burst. Oh, a second burst. Going out and not hitting any units. That is too bad. That's 1,000 electricity down the drain.
Not what you want to see.
Yeah, that is too bad. Yeah, Black Tiger looks like he's going to be able to defend this up here, potentially. I mean, he has a lot of sound beam towers. But I think they're slowing down and giving up. Black Tiger 1's focusing on trying to defend mid rather than the island, but what are these? These are humpback whales. Whoa. Humpback whale bulls. Incredible.
I did not realize those were 4.
Oh my gosh. What? These are crazy.
Horns, herding, charge attack.
Oh my gosh. These are insane and not too expensive, honestly, either. I
was just
these.
marveling at that cost.
Yeah, it's wow. Those are good. I mean, especially if you were to add like Hen Shield to that, it'd be crazy. Oh, and it actually, you know what? This game, Lush and Guanlong dropped. So yeah, they actually aired and dropped, but they kept playing this game anyway because it was, and they decided to count it for the Triples League because it was pretty clear that the left team was winning. But yeah, that they actually disconnected here. And that's the unfortunate thing about playing such an old video game that doesn't have updated infrastructure, right? Unfortunately,
pretty random.
Drops happen. Desyncs happen. It sucks.
Definitely worth it, in my opinion. The games in between those drops really fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, this game, it's pretty decided. So I understand the decision. If everyone agrees how the Triples League works, the game counts if everyone agrees that it was decided. And then if not, if there's some disagreements, then it could be reviewed by a coordinator such as myself.
Sounds good.
So yeah, I mean,
fair and just.
This is just the end of it. It looks like. Great job. So going into, I guess the end of the game here, Skir, what would you say you think kind of won it for? Who are they?
I think they did fine, actually. Like really fucking fine. Sorry, am I even allowed to swear? Yeah, it was just, I've not much comments on that game. It was just a macro like onslaught. Yeah. They tried rushing there and it didn't quite work as well as they expected, and they just pulled back. Like,
I think this game was just decided from the initiative at the beginning of the game. They were playing that land rush. The Black Tigers came in with the air attack, and they were able to defend it while simultaneously sending in their land rush.
And that is the key factor right there.
Yeah, that was really, really strong. Great strategy. They thought about pulling back, but they went forward anyway, and that was a really good decision because they knew that Gray had some ranged units to help defend against the Flyers. They're able to get a anti-air tower up. They did get that scout out. I'm not sure they fully processed when they saw the air chamber what they needed to do, but they were able to scout, see what was going on, and they kept initiative throughout the game, which is what you need to do. So now
also that aggressive island also was really helpful.
Yes.
With extra hench, all that jazz. Was
Lush did a great job
solid play.
Denying Guanlong on that island, and of course the game was going to be in their favor because they had more resources. But going down the bottom with that huge, massive force, I mean, there's nothing that the game really ended right there, right?
Yeah.
So what do we have coming up next? It is actually going to be Islets. Where's Islets? This Islets game. Okay, so from what I hear, this game also had a drop in it as well, but the team that won had an advantage, so they kept it as well.
We need to take out all enemy labs. Let's
okay, so they've got like a. So if this is still counting, it's probably going to be an interesting game.
Yeah, I hope so. So we have Guanlong and the BlackTigerSerpents on the darker green islands on the minimap. And then on the lighter green islands, we have WhoAreThey. Weenie Hut here, Lush here, and Gray.
I noticed that they keep on putting Lush on the, what I call the carry slots, the macro resource intense like slots.
Yeah, I think
and then they.
Yeah, this makes sense.
I think he just thrives in that situation.
Yeah, I mean yeah, exactly. I think he just does well when he can boom. There are players who are really, really good at booming, and there are players that are good at rushing. And I think that's actually where the brothers Gray and Lush are kind of counterparts, where Lush is just amazing when he booms. Gray, he can get a level 2 rush going and just completely sweep you.
True. Whereas the Black Tigers, on the other hand, are both rushes. So this is a pretty interesting battle of the versatility, I guess.
Yeah, but interestingly enough, I mean, we do see Black Tiger 3 in the boom spot, just like he was on Viridis.
So I think he's been practicing.
Yeah, and this is the Black Tiger Serpent counter pick, since they just lost that last game. They do love islets. I think we might see some pure swimmers, which pains me.
Yeah, I too don't like pure swimmers. I think we got a caster bias here, so forgive us viewers who like swimmers.
Yeah, so we will not be talking much about pure swimmers. Looks like Gray is coming for a sneaky attack, some sort of rush, making sure to swim all the way to the corner of the map and then
Yeah, making
around.
sure that no scouting hench find his chambers, I guess.
Yeah. Oh wow. Actually, Weenie's coming back here too. So I wonder if they know who this is. I wonder if they're targeting Guanlong on purpose. Guanlong, the weakest player, I would say, on the Black Tiger Serpent team.
Yeah,
And
but
maybe
not to be underestimated, but still the weakest.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, there have been times where Guanlong has absolutely ripped through me with 0 elect units, which is kind of his special. It's kind of his thing. And Guanlong now scouting
very
this
interesting.
out, and it's interesting. Gray just built 1 unit, then blew both of his, or not Gray, Weenie, who's in Gray, the color, just built 1 unit, and that's it. While Lush and Gray guy were actually able to get down.
It's not a loner, is it? It's just a hyena
No, it's
eel.
just a hyena eel, yeah. We do have some pure swimmers coming over to keep geysers out of the hands of this island team, but or it's not the island team. They're both on. Everyone's on an island.
Yes, that
out
is
of,
in fact how everything works.
yes, on this map. So this is actually a nice strategy. This is a similar one to what I pulled off in our game against Mutts, mostly saving Davo, where we did a land rush on islets, and it looked like it's working really, really well. Triple land rush, kind of. And Black Tiger's going to be trying to help Weenie.
Kind of counters the
this
pure
is what
swimmer
Weenie
build.
did. He blew up the chambers and came over to Black Tiger 3's base.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very solid.
Oh my gosh, this is
kind of like a flinching.
Yeah. I mean, so they're expecting the Black Tigers have a bunch of pure swimmers, which is everything that Black Tiger 1 has pushed out as pure swimmers, and he has some flyers, I guess. But pure swimmers, I mean, they can't defend a huge land attack like this. I mean,
yeah,
this is the end for Black Tiger 3 right now.
Yeah, this is game right here.
Wow. Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
What are the chances that you take pure swimmers on all 3 players and then land rush them?
Wow, this land rush is crazy.
Kind of the hench heal, but I don't think that's going to save him.
Yeah, it's not going to do anything. Yeah, there's just too many units here. Electric Eel Hyenas are so good, just like we saw in that Viridis game. These are the land versions.
A lot of damage.
Yeah. And we do have some level 3 flyers coming out over here, but they're going to fall pretty fast to these flyers, or to these ranged units. Ranged units deal extra damage to flyers, and so they're going to get taken out really, really fast here.
So I don't think there's a way to check if we've got Sonic Boom.
No, there's no way to check. This actually did pretty well in conjunction with the Soundbeam Towers. Guanlong holding on for dear life against these Barrier Destroy units, which is pretty crazy. But still, I mean, the initiative is very clearly in the team's, top team's favor, I would say. I mean, Black Tiger 3 doesn't have much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he could be saving up for a boom here. Weenie's mining on his island. But yeah, he could be saving up for a boom here to kill all these hyenas, but hopefully Weenie doesn't fall into that and just goes straight for lab like he's doing right now. What I'd like to see is Black Tiger 1 take all these guys. Oh, and Black Tiger 1 erred. He dropped. So that is too bad. The one player who could save things.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh, there's the boom.
Yeah,
took him out.
There's the boom. Pulled it.
Yeah. Oh, there's the game. So, I mean, they were given that, I assume, to the I mean, it looks very
Yeah, if I was double rushed like that, I would also give up the game. That was round of applause for that.
Yes, that was incredible strategy that we saw pulled off by WhoAreThey, which I love because I don't know if we really
Because
went over this. They're a new team. Like, they are a brand new team. Grey Guy and Lush are very new players. Weenie's been around for a while, but hasn't really gotten into the competitive scene in terms of tournaments, team play, competitive team play, things like that. Any of the 2v2 things. So, all relatively new players to the scene, coming together with amazing teamwork we saw in the last game and this game, and it pulled off the victory.
Good to see the underdogs getting a win.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, this is a best of 5 set, and so it is 2 games to 3 or 2 games to 1 advantage to WhoAreThey. And now we're gonna go to Eroded Force. This is gonna be another Black Tiger counter pick.
Another water map.
Yeah.
I see a trend. Black Tigers love their water.
Yeah, they do. They do really love water.
There's no telling what evil plans our enemies
As
have
do
afoot.
I. I'm 70%
We can put
water.
a stop
So.
to them by taking out their lives.
All right, we got Black Tiger 3, Black Tiger 1, Guanlong on the bottom right. And then
so we're going fast rods here.
Yes, fast rods. It looks like. So I wonder if we're gonna go see Flyer Rush again. We've had a lot of Flyer Rushes try to come out from the Black Tigers, and I've seen them win with it on this map against another team.
Sounds like trouble's brewing.
Yeah, absolutely. Still really impressed by that last game and the teamwork and the coordination. And
yeah, it's not often you see any team do that much teamwork. Never mind new players that just got together.
Yeah, we got my team got the opportunity to play WhoAreThey first. Right when they were a new team, they had just formed, haven't really practiced together at all. And spoiler alert, but we won against them. And now they want to rematch us now that they've played some and gotten organized. So it's going to be a much more difficult matchup that I kind of feel like our team is going to have to
Someone even
practice
say
for.
a scary matchup.
Yeah.
As someone who's played against you guys.
So we'll see how that goes. That's going to be oh, this is a Black Tiger 3 special. He loves doing this recently, which is going over and taking this coal pile, because most people decide to take the rear coal pile first as their main.
Yeah. It's also good for timing. Like, you get that workshop all perfectly timed.
Yeah, and then they're gonna get initiative with this creature chamber.
And you can also spawn new henchmen from the lab or the expo. So it's very solid.
Yeah, it really, really is. This is going to be tough for Weenie to defend. Everyone's starting to hit level 2 now. It does look like we have mid control by the brothers Lush and Gray.
Very dynamic game, this. Turning out to be a really interesting setup.
Yeah. And the scouts have come out. They're going to see that there's not a lot of defenses going on. And the artillery, oh my gosh, artillery. I love bringing level 2 artillery.
I do like that combination of the pure scouts that just go on defensive stance or no stance, and then just sit there. The artillery to see.
Wow, absolutely amazing. Interesting bringing the barrier destroy to attack the henchmen and using the artillery to attack the unit or the buildings. But it's gonna end up working out for him, and this is a great rush. And it looks like the lemmings have come in. There's assistance coming from mid, but we have some sneaky
good
chambers.
position from mid.
I did not see this. Sneaky chambers coming from Black Tiger. We also got a little scout down here that is actually attacking.
That's pretty 2 damage.
Yeah. Oh, and the Infest double barrier destroy. We see barrier destroy twice. It does not do any additional effect, but this Hercules Beetle
sadly
is pretty cool. And it does look like Black Tiger's attack is gonna fail. It was really strong, took out all the rods, forced Weenie to build towers to defend, and he lost henchmen here. And in the meantime,
that was...
yeah, the cost Lush came in to defend, but was unable to defend his own lab. This is a really good play by the Black Tigers.
That was
Lush
like a
being
subversion fucking like double attack and then just making them think that that was all in.
yeah. And it's very good that they had mid. I mean, very luckily we had mid here. It's very easy to pivot and defend, but it's going to be really, really difficult to finish this because, I mean, the barrier destroy. Yeah, Lush is out. Lush is gone.
Nice.
And oh, what? They actually retreated out and they didn't kill this Expo or this chamber. Big mistake not finishing off the chamber over here.
I think that was
Yeah, oh no.
a big mistake.
Yeah, and it looks like an attack did come on Black Tiger 3. We missed him. Sorry about that, guys, because Guanlong did help to defend.
Ready, boss.
But Weenie does have some chambers back here to attack Black Tiger. So there's a lot going on all at once. That's the thing about 3v3s. There's so much going on. It's really hard to cast.
Yeah. I imagine the 2v2 tournament earlier was, when I say earlier, I mean probably a year ago or something.
Yeah.
That was much easier to cast on, I assume.
Oh yes, much, much easier. Those were actually often live casted, which was crazy too.
Oh, that
Yeah, we did
sounds
those
fun.
live while they were being played. Alright, so...
Okay, so we're getting more expos up in mid.
Yeah.
Rarely capitalizing on his advantages, trying to get this game back around.
Yeah, I mean, this is really nice. The henchmen here that build the workshops, or the creature chambers are now building a workshop. And the guys are here to make sure to take this expo. Or I guess not really an expo, take Lush's base. And...
Who needs an expo when you've got an opponent's base?
Yeah, for real. Good defense going on against Weenie. Weenie's trying to put up pressure on Black Tiger's lab, but really doesn't really have much for himself unless Gray helps him out. His lab is going to be done for. Black Tigers has too many units here. Guanlong's helping defend. Now taking out these chambers in the back. And again, Guanlong using the same army, I think, every single time here. I absolutely
I mean,
love...
if it works.
Yeah, I mean, these pistol shrimp whale sharks are just nuts meat units.
Yeah. Also backed up by poison range is pretty solid.
Yeah, absolutely.
That also have high defense, so like if you have sneaky artillery or something, it's not immediately dies. Like they can withhold their own.
This I don't think is a good play here by Gray. I really think he needs to save Weenie. He could have very easily saved Weenie in this scenario, and making sure that happens. Weenie might be able to defend this, but it's going to be at great cost to him. And if he would have just attacked here,
at this point,
and then also
it's just try and save the eco, like what's important right now.
Yeah, it's because it's gonna be tough to take out Black Tiger. Black Tiger, I'm not sure if he's level 3 yet, but it's yeah, it looks like he is. So he has lab defense, and you can see Guanlong. Everyone was able to pincer in and just destroy all those hyenas. I think they would have been better spent attacking over here or attacking here. I mean, I do recognize that Black Tiger 3 does have artillery, which is going to be a little bit difficult to fight against, but you got to save your ally.
Even if it takes a bit of micro.
Yeah, having an ally is very important because you get, especially early game, because you just get the extra henchmen built as well.
Yeah.
So to take resources. So
henchman production is quite important in this game.
Yeah. So even if you have a lot, if you have the majority of the map, and you think, okay, maybe letting my ally die to trade would be a good thing, but even if you were to trade Weenie for Black Tiger 1, you'd still have 2 labs to 1, so you'd be building half as many henchmen as the enemy team.
And they are the lifeblood of your army, so you can't really 2v or 1v2.
Yeah. So there, the victory goes to Black Tigers. Gray guy blew his lab.
Very chaotic game, actually.
Yeah.
A lot of chambers everywhere. Mid was pivoting the whole time.
Yeah,
really nice
even
game.
Catch all the rushes, but great job, Black Tiger. They went for 2 separate.
I think it was impossible to catch all of the rushes.
Yeah. And we were going pretty.
Needed
fast
2
there.
screens.
Yeah. Yeah, that the Black Tigers did an amazing job. 2 rushes, just overwhelming the defenses of the enemy team. Why am I logging into ICO right now? Let's see. Here we go. Force a habit. Game.
Yeah.
So last game's on Deep Freeze, which is
Deep
actually
freeze again?
yeah. Interestingly, so this is on Deep Freeze. Interestingly, this is not actually you can't do this. You can't counterpick a map that you've won on, and previously they already won on Deep Freeze.
Yeah.
So they might actually have to play a new game. That's kind of illegal.
No
Yeah.
illegal moves in this tournament.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can play a map twice, but you not if you already won on that map.
If
You
we
can't
can take
counterpick
out
it
all
yourself.
enemy labs, this
Yeah,
island is
that's
ours for the taking.
kind of
we
scummy.
We do have switch side. I mean, they might not know the rules. That's fine. They're new to the league. They haven't played many tournaments before.
True, true.
And also the thing is, even though it's technically not allowed by the rule sets, it is if the Black Tigers are fine with it and they didn't complain, right? Then
Yeah.
you know, it's in the end. This is not a super competitive league with very intense rules like a tournament. It's just a way for players to
Like a showcase.
yeah, just to organize themselves, play 3v3s. So it's not a huge deal if the rules are bent here and there, as long as everyone's fine with it.
I imagine the Black Tigers were pretty fine with it. They tend to get really enthusiastic about 3v3s.
Yeah,
I
they're pretty
noticed
chill.
that whenever they like get into a challenge, they just say like next game, let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. So here we have Guanlong now in middle. So they put him in a little safer
Okay.
spots, I think. I mean, yeah, I guess you would say middle's a safer spot, right? So you don't get blindsided through the
So
water.
he's usually defending himself anyway, so putting him in middle is kind of like putting him in his element.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but we have a ton of henchmen. Oh my gosh, Black Tiger 3, Black Tiger 1, throwing all their henchmen over here. Black Tiger 1 fencing off the Expos on this side.
Stopping you from placing any building really.
Yeah. Lush getting the bottom Expo, which he likes.
Mm-hmm.
And Weenie is now going to discover that the Black Tigers are in mid.
Very interesting.
And he's immediately retreating, so he actually might not see the Black Tiger 3's here too. But these
Even
scouts
more
surely
interesting.
are going to see it.
Yeah. I like these scouts. I don't actually see a lot of scouts in normal games.
Yeah, there's a lot of scouting going on, which is good. I don't use scouts hardly ever. I was going to say ever, but then I wanted to say hardly ever, just so no one tries to use that against me when they play me.
Yes.
Got to
Yes,
keep it a
yes.
secret that I never scout.
Yeah. Yeah, that guys. Everyone else watching this that's scouting out the enemy for the Triple League.
Yeah,
He doesn't use scouts.
Don't play me ever. I'm too scared. I reveal all my secrets here. All right, so this is great initiative again down the middle with on the right team. Who are they? Great job taking out this generator, which surely did not pay itself back.
No, I imagine not.
Yeah, and this is
again with the one scouter
that attacks. This is really nice, a great example of why it's sometimes good to just take your close resources first, because when you take the nearby resources, you start collecting those faster. When you overextend, send a ton of henchmen to a faraway coal pile, then all the time your henchmen spent walking, you're not collecting resources, so you're just not going to be able to get to the level 2 as fast.
Yeah, true. That is all true. We got some nice digging units here, but they melted to that mass range.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Even though they are deflect, they're just weak. They are not gonna be nearly as efficient, and there are also a few melee units here that are taking them out.
I imagine they were designed for a different purpose with Barrier Destroy.
Yeah, this is akin to kind of the strategy that we saw at the very beginning of the game or of the series, which is but in reverse, I guess. But it's 2 people going down middle, 1 person going for the island and giving up another island. And so both teams, I guess, tried to do something similar. but it didn't quite work out. No one actually went for this island, so Black Tiger spent some time fencing it around.
Yeah.
Guanlong hasn't built a ton of units. He went for a fast 3, but now he's just going to get taken out by these mass range. This is not looking good at all. And Lush now coming down south already for an attack on Black Tiger.
So they took out most of the production in the middle. All the chambers and stuff they have to rebuild at home.
Yeah, wow, this is game 5. I mean, this is going to be the set. Yeah, I mean, this looks really, really strong. I don't see how they're going to be able to defend. They don't have enough defenses in mid. Yeah, Black Tiger's just has to defend himself first, and he's not going to be able to get to Guanlong. Black Tiger 3, that is. Black Tiger 1 is, yeah, just not going to be able to help Guanlong out. Guanlong doesn't have any resources over here.
Very difficult situation that they have to get out of here now.
Yeah.
Lush again with that extra resources in that booming mindset.
Yeah.
It's going to come in from the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, he has tons of units here, fully staffed, or almost, because he has a lot more staffing on this island than Black Tiger 1 does here. But then also, of course, WhoAreThey has middle, so this is super, super strong. The Flash coming out. Oh, Flash blinding everyone, regardless of whose team you're on, stopping range units from doing anything. That's nice to bring out the Flash against all this mass range.
Especially when the other team has more range.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good, able to turn the tides a little bit here, slow down the attack, but it's not going to slow down the resource crawl or these lioness eels. Lush going straight for lab. That was probably an attack move. They're switching targets here, trying to figure out what to do. And Lush going back to defend himself with all of his units. You know what? Maybe that the Black Tiger Serpents could still be in this?
Yeah, they seem to have defended the initial attack, but can they survive the macro?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to see a big mistake from the right team. We're going to have to see Black Tiger 1 carry this by raiding in Weenie Hut's base while mid gets defended. It's going to be hard to defend mid, especially Guanlong doesn't have a lot of henchmen here. He needs to take these expos. This is going to be a really uphill battle for the Black Tiger Serpents.
There's a nice choke point there, so as long as they cap the right side, they should be fine for that carry from Black Tiger.
Yeah, henchmen going over, good, getting henchman speed, and then building some chambers here. Building a lot of chambers here is going to be necessary. I would love to see actually Black Tiger 3 chambers get built because he has these really spammy rattlesnake zebras. Oh no, these are rattlesnake rams. Oh my gosh, rattlesnake rams.
Yeah, they're really strong. I've played them quite a few times myself.
Weenie sees it. Oh, what poor luck.
That was
the worst
bad
timing. Oh my gosh.
Oh, so he's already building Soundbeam towers.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, those are anti-air towers.
Oh yeah, those are anti-air towers, which is interesting, but going in for an attack here, I don't like this. I think that trying to save your ally, going on the defensive is better than trying to push into these Soundbeam towers, because you're not going to win this. Definitely have to pull back here, stay defensive.
Also, that flash growing them in even further.
Yeah. Oh, that was a poorly timed flash. Now these are all using melee attacks on the buildings. Ooh, this is really, really sad. Yeah.
Even artillery being brought in there, like the final blow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is not looking super good for the Black Tiger Serpents. I do love these chambers, but prams are really, really bulky.
Oh, we've got some prams stuck in the middle of some chambers.
Oh yeah, they are stuck. Oh, they're just sitting there. They're gonna get picked off. That's pretty funny.
That is
poor
amusing.
chamber placement, getting the prams stuck in the middle. Now building range units to get stuck in the middle. I guess they're being protected by the chambers from the melee units at least. But yeah, breaking through down here south, getting completely overrun. Even though there's some help from Guanlong, the flash is slowing them down. It's not going to be enough. I mean, Lush just has too many resources.
If they had Soundbeam towers mixed in with that flash, it might have turned the tide.
Wow, this actually worked. Even though Weenie saw this, he didn't defend adequately. He did build a lot of these sound beam towers, but there's a lot of Black Tiger in his base. It's just a little bit
he pulled quite a
slow.
bit of hench.
Yeah, too slow, however. Because great move by Black Tiger, amazing effort here, but it's not going to be enough even if you were to kill Weenie right now. Lush and Gray are going to be taking down.
Too much eco.
Yeah. And of course, Lush is coming in to defend, which is going to be really strong. Upgraded units, level 3s. And Gray really likes these lioness spiders. I mean, we're seeing a lot of pack hunter range, guys. I don't know if the viewers have noticed what meta is here for range units, but there's a lot of pack hunter range on the map.
Seems to be the best.
Yeah, so lioness range pretty strong, even though they're size 4, so they're not quite as they're a bit spammier. That pack hunter makes them really glassy ranged units. And the level 4 coming out by Black Tiger 1, really awesome. And Lush
nice
also
combo
has,
here.
Yeah, I mean, Gray's just all over the map.
But here comes the melee here.
Yeah, I do love these hippos that Lush has been using today. Black Tiger 3 knows that the set is almost over, and there's not much. He's
giving it his all.
Yeah, I mean, we don't see Black Tiger 1 really able to do much. He is building some sound beam towers. Hopefully, maybe wants to draw in these units for a burst.
Yeah, getting his attention with those level 4 range.
Yeah, but I do like that Gray is just kind of everywhere. Not focusing everything on Guanlong. He knows Guanlong is gone, so instead, just moving his units on to finish off the other players.
Yeah, making a presence.
Wow, and through the lab defense.
Yeah, it's not every day you see lab defense being countered with just raw damage.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazing showing again by WhoAreThey. This, I mean,
WhoAreThey becoming from underdogs to thoroughly winning with macro. That's quite a feat.
Yeah, this is not something that I would have expected, honestly. I mean, I know that WhoAreThey are very strong, but the Black Tigers, Guanlong,
they are renowned players.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time, very experienced players. But my suspicion, however, is that they don't practice together a lot. And knowing Gray Guy, knowing Lush, Weenie, they have probably been practicing together, working on strategies, talking about what they're bringing in their armies.
This activity in general, I think, is in favor of Weenie and Gray Guy.
Yeah,
because I play them often.
Yeah, like 4 days a week, 5 days a week, probably, right? Even more, maybe. So
yeah, I think even more.
Yeah, almost every day. If you're playing almost every day, it's even against very experienced players, you're gonna win out, and it shows right there. Do not underestimate WhoAreThey. Amazing showing. So it's been a pretty long video. Where we had 1 hour and 3 minutes. So
pretty impressive.
Yeah. Any final comments, Skitter?
I'm scared for my team. That's my final comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be really fun, but scary.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna have to get the Macro and Cheese, Me Fear the Beast and Ryan. We're gonna have to get together and practice before we rematch them, because that's gonna be a tough rematch. So anyway,
yeah,
everyone...
TSC, we're kind of a member down right now. We're hoping that Elias gets back in.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I can't wait for him to return.
Because both Yagami and I, we're ready to fight.
Yeah.
I've been improving. Yagami's been helping out. Like, we're just waiting on our teammate at this point.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, you definitely don't want him to be rusty when he comes back either. So getting a few games in, it's gonna be important. But I mean, dude, Elias, he's incredible. He's so good.
He is. He's been carrying us through this tournament, I think.
Yeah. Anyhow, thank you again, everyone, for watching. This is B-Champ and Skitter, and keep an eye out for more videos on the YouTube channel. Be sure to join the Discord. Check out Tellurian on Steam, and there's the Tellurian Patreon as well if you want to support the devs. And with that, good night.